Cambodia says, yeah, but I'm still with the A's. We can talk about the A's a little bit. Let's talk about the A's trade. I know that you guys have been wanting to talk about this, so we can talk about that. That's fine. The A's got Lester, gave up Cespedes. Double down the line? No. Gave up Cespedes. One of the centerpieces of our lineup. Why? Why give up one? We were considered, and I said this in the stream too. Like we are considered, and now not anymore. I hope not, but we were considered one of the favorites to win the whole World Series, and now we're not even favorites to get past the first round, past Detroit. Like I know that Cambodia, me and you, we're hoping. Okay, we're hoping that we can get past Detroit. Okay, but like to be perfectly honest, are we even favorites anymore? Like our offense is absolutely destroyed, and plus, if we think about it, Donaldson, Moss, like this is what I was saying to Dawkins and Tox today was Cespedes was protection for those two, and now you take out a major player in that, and basically a lot of pressure is going to go on them. They haven't really, at least Donaldson hasn't really shown that he can deal with any type of pressure. Offensively, his average has not been good this year. And Moss is having an awesome year, but Donaldson hasn't proved that. And then you bring back Reddick from the DL, and he, like again, Reddick is going to be Reddick. He's going to have great games where he like makes spectacular plays in the field, but he's going to hit 220. He's going to strike out a lot. So you don't want to put him as the number 4 guy because you're afraid that possibly he's going to strike out with men in scoring position, or hitting the ground balls. He hasn't since the beginning of his career. This may be nope. This is a fly ball. The thing is, we were favorites before the trade. Why change something now? That's the question. That's the question that every baseball fan and every A's fan is wondering today. Why change it now? Why not wait until the end of the season or something like that? Or I mean, we just did a trade for Samardzija. We just got Samardzija. I don't understand why we now need to bring in another pitcher. Why bring in another pitcher and give up a centerpiece of our offense?
He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
We've always had trouble, A's fans and baseball fans. You know this as well. The A's have always had trouble scoring runs, and this year we have scored more runs than anyone else in the whole league. Where our offense is surprising, to say the least.
Just a nice inside out.
They are favorites, but Lester is literally just a rental. The A's. Comment below. Let me know if you guys think the A's are favorites.
Johnny Peralta will take his cuts now.
Like I was saying,
and this is taken outside.
It's weird because I've talked to a lot of people today on Twitter, on Facebook, and everything, and some A's fans, some not. But the people that aren't, have said things like, when my team goes up against the A's, it's always a surprise. As why isn't he throwing it in? It's always a surprise that they win. Because if you look at their lineup, you don't see offense. Literally, this is what they tell me. And it's so weird to hear them say this, but this is what they say. They say, when you look at the A's lineup, you don't see offense. You're like, okay, so look out for Cespedes. He can go deep, Donaldson, and Moss. That's it, right? That's really it, And maybe Gentry can get on base and steal some bases or whatever. But that's literally it, And it's not easy to build a lineup out of nothing. I don't know, and now we're back to nothing. We had a really good thing going, and teams and fans of other teams were recognizing the fact that, hey, you know what? Moneyball's working. We waited long enough. Moneyball's working. And now, when Moneyball starts to work, Billy Beane, how is that not a strike? As Raymold is up next. Now Billy Beane wants to blow everything up and start over again. And like Cambodia said, it's all a rental. He's really just a rental. He is fearless in running teams. Exactly, G-Man. Billy Beane is fearless in running teams. But okay, you're a Mets fan. Okay, so this is the equivalent of trading Joey Votto for Sonny Gray. I don't know if you know who Sonny Gray is. He's a pretty good pitcher. Okay, that's maybe not the equivalent. Would you, as a Reds fan, trade Joey Votto for John Lester? Would you? Would you trade Joey Votto for John Lester? Boston fans, would you trade David Price for John Lester if Lester wasn't on your team, obviously? Angels fans, would you trade Mike Trout for John Lester? It makes no sense. We have never seen in my lifetime okay, Votto, why aren't you going for the ball?
And that is down for extra bases as this will get one home and maybe two.
Jeez, it's bad right now. I've never seen him give up on an offense like this. I've never seen him in my years of being a long time. Billy Beane has made some Billy Beane has made some crazy moves in his years. But I've never ever seen him give up on an offense in the middle of a season. I've never seen that. It's never happened. It's never ever happened. It just puzzles me. It's just puzzling today to see that.
You know, 3 straight hits are bad enough, but now he's making things even worse by falling behind the next guy.
It just makes no sense. But I don't know. I mean, I would like to hear if there's anyone out there that I mean, maybe people like this trade. Maybe there are people out there that like Boston fans. Okay, like what's Boston feeling like right now? Like that's really the question because Lester is a good pitcher. He is. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna try to say something crazy and say that Lester's not worth trading for. Because Lester is a great pitcher, okay? It's going to be awesome to have him here. But as Boston fans, you give up 2 of your pitchers. You're giving away your whole pitching staff for offense. So who you got left? I'm curious. Like, I don't know the depth chart. And that's why we need to get a Boston depth chart going. Because, as you know, we haven't been able to determine who's playing what position. Gosh, again, just creeping over the middle.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
All right, Braves fan, thanks for coming back, man. I didn't recognize you because it's hard. It's better if you guys have different like colors or whatever.
The 2-2 one more time.
Ooh. All right. Lester is a proven postseason winner and clutch in the games that count. Now you are comparing Cespedes to Trout. Whoa. Look, okay, this is all I'm doing. This is all I'm doing. I'm just throwing it out there, like, in terms of being a centerpiece of a lineup. That's all I'm doing. I'm not comparing Cespedes to Trout. And I know that comment is a little bit late, and I'm sorry because I was trying to get out of this inning. I'm not trying to compare Cespedes to Trout. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, easy. I'm not trying to do that. But just like as a centerpiece of the offense. All right. Cambodia said, Braves fan, the A's aren't going to re-sign Lester. Braves fans saying they don't need to. They're playing for this year. Are they? Are the A's playing for this year? Can somebody please, just somebody write in the, please, because I've been tearing my hair out trying to figure out why you do this.
First pitch to him.
I mean, do you guys think that pitching is what is needed to win in the playoffs? Just pitching. Because if that's true, then we're going to win it all. But can the A's pitching hold high-powered offenses like the Detroit Tigers at bay? Also, unfortunately, as now it's 3-0 for some reason. And this is like really bad right now. Or like we're probably gonna have to go against the Angels. As I had a base open, so I figured that I'd swap. I'm gonna have to go up against the Angels anyways. If they don't win the World Series, it'll be all for nothing. Yeah, I mean the Reds didn't do anything this year, but the Reds aren't really in it. I mean, even though I know that you want to say that the Reds are involved right now, let's be honest, they're not. Let's be honest, they're not. I don't disagree. I think this year Billy Beane has said it is World Series or bust for Boston. They have Buckholz. They're going to win championships. They might be trying they might be trying the whole Moneyball thing again.
And here's a fastball.
Moneyball is a great system for teams that don't have the option to sign big players to long-term contracts off of free agency. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why the A's do what they do. Very true. Very true. But this isn't Moneyball. There's nothing involved in any of the trades that is Moneyball related. Oh, jeez. There's nothing involved in this Moneyball. Nothing involved in this trade is related to Moneyball at all. We're not getting any prospects. We're getting some guy who, again, as Cambodia has said, we don't know if Lester's going to be signed with us. We have Johnny Gomes, who is anyone going to put Johnny Gomes in like starting on any team, or is he going to be like a DH type of role player? You know, who's going to take Cespedes' spot in that A's lineup?
Catch is made here and right, and here comes the runner from third.
It is 3-0 right now, boys. Absolutely, pitching is needed for the playoffs. When the playoffs come around, you don't have 7 to 6 games. You have 3-2 or 2-1 games. Pirates are the only ones playing remotely good baseball. Get out of here with that. I agree, pitching is needed, and the A's offense is still pretty good with Donaldson and Cruz.
Step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on.
He does eat up lefties, okay? So that would be good against Price, right? I guess. Looking toward that series, which everyone in their right mind is thinking about right now.
4-1.
Scott, man, thanks for stopping by. Who's starting in Boston? So who's going to take the spot? Do you guys... Okay, so Braves fan and people, we've determined that pitching does decide. Pitching does help people win in the playoffs.
No offer on that one.
But the A's have tried that, man. Like, that's what gets me. That's what gets me about this trade, and that's what I've been mad about. Not mad about, but confused about this whole year. Is like, the A's have tried.
And this is swung on and bounced up the center of the diamond. And that's
Whew, we get out of the inning. Thank God. The A's have tried pitching in the past, right? Do you remember when we had those big three? Okay, Mulder, Zito, and Hudson. You guys remember that? And the A's were like in the playoffs almost every year, and it was awesome, and it was great to be an A's fan and stuff like that. Did we win anything? We didn't win anything. The times when we won the most were when we had great pitching and we had good hitting. We had Tejada, we had Dye, we had Chavez when he was good. And hey, big shout out to Chavez for retiring. He had an awesome career. It was great to see him play. But
A fastball to start the third.
But pitching alone, I don't think it can be. I don't think it's a recipe for success in the playoffs. I really don't.
Hit hard toward the right side.
Is that a fair ball?
It looks like he'll have extra bases here to begin the third.
Run, Moises!
Second.
Nice.
Able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a base hit.
This is the A's year. Yeah, I liked and will miss Yo, but I love this move. Took an amazing rotation and made it better and still have a great offense. Really? Scott, who's our offense? Who's our offense? What do we have? What do we have as our offense? One, and two, to add on to that question, something that Braves fan wrote earlier is if pitching is what we need, then our rotation right now is what? Lester, Gray, Kazmir, Samardzija.
And now here's a swing and a ground ball to third.
Ah!
And he'll reach first.
Ah!
Can't make the play on him. And
what are you doing? Jeez, why did you run? You can't say Cespedes was the only one that made the offense. By getting rid of Cespedes, they didn't take away their whole offense. They also picked up Fold to help the outfield. Fold?
And he gets on top of this.
Nice base hit.
On the ground to short. And a dive by Peralta, but Johnny comes up empty. It's a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. So
the offense is much better now than it was with Miggy and Chavi.
Now after the big inning your back just put together, you can't let them respond with a big inning of their own. But here they are with 2 on now and trying to answer right back.
Oh, these ground balls to freaking third base. It's pissing me off. I agree with Scott. We have a great rotation and good offense. Not great as it was with Cespedes. But I mean, he did have a 257 average, with 80 strikeouts and 17 home runs. It wasn't like he had a 300 average. But no one. But that's the thing, though. Like, we had a well-oiled machine. I don't know. I don't understand why you destroy a well-oiled machine when you have the opportunity to do it. Like, why bring in another pitcher? We are like playoffs are built on 3-man rotations, arguably, right? So what are we going to do with that last pitcher? Bring them out of the pen? Who are your starting pitchers in a 3-game series? Because with the days off and everything else, you can argue. Again, you can argue. I'm not saying that this is like fact, but you could argue that you do have a 3-person rotation, which is why the Tigers, Verlander, Scherzer, and Price look so good right now, because those 3 guys are going to be the guys that carry you through the playoffs. Now the A's made a trade for another guy, and now they have a 4-man rotation. Who are you putting? Who are you starting right now? Who are you bringing out of the pen as like a secret weapon, quote unquote? It's like, oh, we got to run. Is Gomez going to come home? Yes, he is. Yes, Gomez is. Nice. What's up, X-Matix? X-Mat X 711. All right. The trade will help Cespedes on the bright side. Oh, yeah, we can talk about that, too. I definitely want to make it clear that, like, Cespedes, I'm excited for him. I'm excited for Cespedes being in Boston. The big lights, it's going to be awesome for him. That whole rivalry, I'm excited for him. And I will always be a Cespedes fan till the day I die, because he's just that awesome, man. How can you not like Cespedes? He has that swagger that we haven't seen in the game for years, all right? And, you know, I mean, do you guys remember his home run derby when he had the hat backwards last year, and this year he won? It was awesome, man. So I'll always be a Cespedes fan, so I do wish him the best. Lester is good. It was a good trade. Matt, come on, man. I'm going to need more than that. You can't just say it's a good trade. You need to back it up. Give us some reasons. Because, okay, people that think it's a good trade, and I'll get to these comments, you guys. Sorry. People think it's a good trade. Give us reasons. Why? Like, who's going to take Cespedes as a spot? What's Boston going to do? Ooh, base hit. Oh, man. What's Boston got to do now that their pitching is completely gone?
And the inning is over.
Um,
So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors.
but this helps the rotation. The A's offense takes a slight dip. Lester was also brought in for his playoff experience, and no one else no one else on the A's rotation basically has. That's true. His playoff experience will definitely help us, I guess.
For the Orioles, Adam Jones.
4-man rotation. Gray, Lester, Samardzija. They do have Kazmir, who is killing it. Samardzija. Yeah, I mean, who would you have in there? Would you use Kazmir as a possible secret weapon? Possibly bring him in for like Game 4, something like that. Like, would you do that? Because a lot of people build playoff teams on 3-man rotation, so I'm not exactly sure.